Okay. Hey guys. Hello people. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and get started. But just a warning, there's like 40 motorcycles over here. So they're gonna be driving off eventually, and I'm sure it'll be extremely loud just with them coming and going and outside talking. And there's people in my building that are moving out. So not ideal for a class, but you know, it is what it is. So hopefully we can get our postures in and everything. I don't know when they'll be leaving, but it might be in the middle of our practice. So if there's a lot of loud motorcycles and stuff, I'm sorry. All right. So we will just get in a comfortable position on our mat, palms facing upward. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale out through the mouth. I have a little music I can put on. I don't know if it'll cover up the noise, but it's something. Inhale through the nose again. Exhale out the mouth. One more inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And come back to your natural breath. Just checking in with any tense areas in your body and relaxing them at this time. Preparing our minds and our bodies for a good practice today. Remembering that distractions and noise in life are normal, but we still power through, right? And feel free to set an affirmation or an intention for your practice. Affirmations start with I am, I will, or I choose. Breathe in that affirmation. Breathe out any worry or fear or doubt. And on your next inhale, let's start rotating our head to the right as always. Beginning with loosening up our neck. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Just moving with your breath. Inhale back, exhale forward. Let's do the same thing, moving our head to the left. Inhale back, exhale forward. Your head back to a neutral space. Take the hands, place them on the shoulder. Let's move our elbows backward. Inhale the elbows up. Exhale back and down. Move with your breath. the elbows forward. Inhale up. Exhale forward and down. Moving with your breath. I don't know if you can hear the music very well. I'm trying to keep it at a low volume so I don't get flagged. But if you like it or if you're interested in it, it's Flying Lotus. I have the Flying Lotus vinyl album. So I just kind of changed the pitch, making the pitch lower and lower. So hopefully it won't flag me or anything. You can release your shoulders. Extend those arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away. Exhale, right arm comes down to the ground, left arm comes up and over. And let that forearm rest on the ground as well. Gaze up towards the ceiling if you can. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, lower that left arm down. Bring that right arm up and over. Inhale, come back up to the center. Interlace those fingers, push the palms away again. Exhale, release the hands. Let's start to twist to our right side. Letting our left hand come on the outside of our right knee. Right fingertips face the back wall and gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back up to the center. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away again. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand on the outside of left knee. Left fingertips face the back wall. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back up to center. Interlace the fingers above you again. Push the palms away. Exhale, release the hands. Interlace the fingers behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Chin lifts up towards the sky. Nice deep breaths with the open chest. Exhale, release the hands, bring the arms out wide. Take right arm over left, grabbing either shoulder. Tall, straight back, tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale, bring the arms back out wide. Exhale, cross left arm over right, grab either shoulder, tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale. Exhale, release those shoulders. Let's take our hands, place them on our knees as we work into some seated cat-cow. And we're pushing our shoulders forward, rounding the spine, chin comes down to the chest. And we're rolling our shoulders back, arching the spine, chin comes up towards the sky. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, close. And generally, I do the same warm-up for all my classes. So if you like the warm-up, it is on my YouTube channel. And you can stay with this, staying with your cat-cow, or if you want to, you can start to rotate your body to the right side, moving your body in a circle. And then maybe to the other side. Still moving with our breath. Bring the spine back to neutral. Let's loosen up these wrists and shoulders. First finger to thumb, pinky stick together. Rotate the hands towards your body. And let's do the same thing. Rotate the hands away from your body. Release the fingers, take the hands, place them at heart center, inhale. Exhale, let the hands press into each other as they lower down towards the hips. Inhale, exhale, release those hands. Let's come up on hands and knees. Just warming up a little bit further, relaxing down into our child's pose. Bringing those big toes together, knees out wide for this one. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Extend those arms on the front. Inhale, exhale, melt down towards your yoga mat. And if you want to find some movement in your child's pose, feel free to sway from one side to the other. Maybe opening up those hips a little bit here. And let's come back up to the table pose. Stretching our shoulders out a bit. Taking that right arm, extending it out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, flip the palm upward, bringing it behind the left. Right ear, right shoulder, come down to the ground. And then you can let this left arm stay on the ground, or feel free to let it bend behind your back. Inhale, exhale, left hand comes back down to the ground, come back up to table position. Doing on the other side, extend the left arm out to the side, inhale. Exhale, bring it behind the right. Right hand can stay planted on the ground, or you can bend it behind your back. Couple more breaths on this side. Inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand back down to the ground. Come back up to table position. Let's sit back in child's pose again, but this time let's bring those knees close together. Bring them together to touch if you can. Sitting back towards the heels. Inhale. Exhale, relax down. And I just want you to take your arms, rest them down at your side. Letting your forehead come down towards the neck. This is kind of gonna open up our shoulder blades too. Take another inhale. Exhale, side out. And we'll roll back up to our table position and start to make our way to our first down dog. Always remember, if you're not ready for full down dog, you can rest down on the knees and extend the arms out in front, coming to our modification, which is puppy pose. Otherwise, we'll tuck the toes under, start to lift the hips up and back, extending through those arms, pushing our chest towards our thighs. Remember, the legs don't have to be all the way straight if that's not comfortable. Feel free to bend your knees and push through those arms. You really want to keep that back extended. Try to keep from having a rounded back. Pushing that tailbone up and away. Let's pedal our feet out here. Bending our right knee and then our left. And let's also shift our weight from one foot to the other. Shifting our weight from our right foot to our left foot. Bring your gaze up in between the hands. Start to walk your feet up behind your hands. Inhale, lengthen in a half lift. Exhale, relax down to a forward fold. Feel free to grab your elbows. Deep in your knees even to kind of rest your chest on your thighs. It's helping to release that lower back a bit more. Let's roll up to a standing position. Bring those arms with you. Inhale. Exhale those hands to heart center. And rest them down at your sides, coming to mountain pose. Rocking back and forth from your heels to the balls of your feet. Just getting nice and grounded in your mountain pose. And we'll warm up with some sun salutations. Take the arms and send them up with an inhale, hands meet at the top, small back bend. Exhale, fall down to a forward fold. Grabbing those elbows and letting those fingers come to the ground. Inhale up to a half lift. Hands can rest on the shins or fingertips can stay on the ground. Exhale, plant the hands down in front of the feet, step or jump back to a plank position or a modified plank. If you need to modify, drop down to the knees. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down for chaturanga. Either all the way down to the belly or if you want to challenge, halfway. Inhale up for cobra or up dog. If you're comfortable with up dog, elbows are straight, shoulders are relaxed down away from the ears. Eyes of the elbows are rotated forward. Engage your thighs, bringing some weight into that belly. And feel free to rock side to side in your cobra or your up dog. Just providing a little movement here. Tuck those toes under, start to lift the hips up and back, coming back to your down dog or to your puppy pose. Take some breaths. Take your gaze, bring it up in between the hands. Step or jump the feet up behind the hand. Inhale back up to half lift. Exhale, lower back down to inhale. Hands meet at the top, small back bend. Exhale the hands to heart center. And back down to your mountain pose. Back to your nice strong mountain pose, rocking back and forth, balls of your feet to your heels again. And let's move through sun salutation B. So we're just going to add a couple steps onto our sun salutations. Inhale, extend those arms up. Exhale, pull your belly button back towards the spine, starting to sit down into your imaginary chair, shifting your weight into your heels. Chest is lifted. Straighten those legs out. Inhale. Exhale, fall down to your forward fold again. Inhale up to your half lift. Exhale, plant the hands down in front of the feet. Step or jump back to plank. Or modified plank. Inhale. Exhale down halfway or all the way down to your belly. Inhale to cobra up dog. Exhale, make your way back to puppy pose or the down dog. From here, we're going to make our way to warrior one. Stepping our left foot a half step in. Extend that right foot up and back. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee into the chest. Stepping that right foot up in between the hands. Feel free to come down to the knees and step your foot up if that helps you a little bit more. Rotating that back heel down. Front knee is aligned over the ankle as we sweep up to warrior one. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, bring those hands down on either side of the foot. Step that right foot back. Come to plank again, and we'll move through our vinyasa again. Lowering down, chaturanga, cobra up dog, puppy pose, or down dog. Couple breaths, and then we'll do that on the other side. Right foot steps in a half step. Left leg extends up and back. Inhale. Exhale, knee into the chest. Stepping that left foot up in between the hands. Back heel rotates down. Front knee aligned over the ankle. Sweep up to warrior one on this side. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down on either side of the foot. Step that left foot back, come to plank. We'll move through our vinyasa again. Chaturanga, cobra up dog. Make your way back to down dog. Taking some breaths here. If you need a rest, go ahead and come down to your child's pose. Take our gaze, bring it up in between the hands. Step or jump those feet up behind the hands. Inhale up to half lift. Exhale down to forward fold. Roll up, bring those arms with you. Start to pull your belly button back towards your spine again as we sit back down into our chair pose. Inhale, straighten those legs out. Exhale, bring those hands back down to heart center. And back down to your sides for mountain pose. Good. Just take some breaths here. Inhale, extend those arms up towards the sky. Step back with your left foot. And if possible, stay up on that back toe, come into high lunge. And if you need a little bit more support, feel free to rotate that back heel down flat. Inhale. Exhale, I'm going to take these hands, bring them down on either side of the foot, pulling that left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Extend that right arm up towards the sky. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lower that right hand down. We're going to rotate the back heel down flat and start to straighten that front leg. Come into a pyramid pose. And if you need to keep that front knee bent some, just to take some pressure off of the back of the leg, that's totally fine. We'll bend into that front knee again, coming up on the back toe, come into a lunge position. And we're going to move from lunge position to pyramid pose. Just pulsing here. Get a little work in that front leg. Inhaling in the lunge. Exhaling the pyramid. Feel free to move at your own pace. Let's end in a lunge, up on that back toe. Sweep those arms back up, come in a high lunge. Straighten that front leg. Rotate the back heel down. Drop the arms out wide. Or reach forward with this right arm, lowering down a triangle pose. Left arm extends up towards the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower that left hand down. Come to a lunge position again. Step that right foot back. From here, you can take a break or you can move through your vinyasa. If you want to move through your vinyasa, lowering down for chaturanga. Inhaling up, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. Or a puppy pose. Remember that option. Take a few breaths. Gaze up in between the hands. Start to walk those feet up again. Rolling up to a standing position. Inhale. Step back with the right foot this time. Come into a lunge. Remember to rotate the back heel down if you need balance and support. Inhale. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Extend that left arm up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, lower that left hand down. Come into a lunge position. Rotate that back heel down, start to straighten that front leg, come into your pyramid pose. Let's move in and out of our lunge into our pyramid, moving at your own pace. Really working this quad. Even if it's just a tiny movement, whatever you can do works fine. Remember, you have to earn your flexibility and strength. It doesn't come overnight. A couple more times. We'll end in a lunge position. Sweep those arms up for high lunge. I know that quad is trembling. Let's straighten that front leg, rotate the back heel down. Arms come out wide. Reach forward with that left arm. Lower down a triangle pose. Push through that back hip. I really needed this triangle pose. I've been having kind of problems with my IT band and along my sag nerve, and triangle pose really helps me with that. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower that right hand down. Come back to a lunge position. Step that left foot back. You can move through your vinyasa, or you can just take a break. Take some breaths up in your down dog. Take your gaze, bring it up in between your hands. Start to walk those feet up behind the hands. Roll up to a standing position, arms come with you. Inhale. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Let's walk those feet out about the width of our mat. We'll come down to Malasana squat. Malasana squat is one of my favorite poses, so open up the hips. Elbows come on the inside of the knees. Trying to keep the feet flat, letting the hips come down as low as they can. You might still be up high, but if those hips could come down lower, go ahead and let them come down lower. Pushing into the knees with the elbows and into the elbows with the knees. Take those hands, bring it back down to center, lift those hips up. Walk those feet back underneath the hips. We'll take the right hand, bring it midline underneath our nose. Take the left arm, extend it up towards the sky, bending into the right knee. Another good stretch along the back of the leg and the sciatic nerve. Inhale, exhale, lower that left hand down underneath the nose, bend into that left knee, right arm extends up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, lower that right hand back down. Let's step back to a plank position. If you want to move the your vinyasa, you can, and if you want to skip it, you can. Couple more breaths in your down dog. Inhale. Exhale, drop down to a table position. Let's step our right foot up on the outside of our right hand. So both hands are on the inside of that right foot. Now from here, you can take your foot, roll it onto its side. Or if you want a little more, come down to your forearms. Only if you're comfortable there. This is called your lizard pose. Let's come back up on the hands. Let's walk our foot towards the center and sweep those arms up for a low lunge. Really opening up the hip here. Inhale. Exhale, bring the head down on either side of the foot. Let's shift our weight back for gate pose. Right toes face the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Another one of my favorite poses. Inhale. Exhale, your weight back forward. Let's step that right knee back. Stepping our left foot up on the outside of our hands. Again, you can roll onto the left side of your foot, or if you're comfortable with it, come down to the forearms. When you're ready, arms up for a low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands down the inside of the foot, shifting your weight back for gate pose. Left toes face the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. If you need to bend that front knee, that's totally fine. Take an inhale. Exhale, shift your weight back forward. Step that left foot back. Bring those knees close together. And let's come to our child's pose that we did earlier. Taking those arms and resting them at our sides. And letting our forehead rest on our mat. Take a couple more breaths in your child's pose. Let's make our way back up to a seated position. We're going to take our feet, bring them out in front. And we'll move into a boat pose. So what I want you to do, get on those sits bones. Hands are behind you, a couple inches behind the hips. And we'll take the feet, lift them off the ground. And you can stay here using your hands as support, or if you're a little more comfortable with your balance, you can take your arms, extend them out in front. Just holding it here, a couple more breaths. Inhale, exhale, relax. Just taking a moment and we'll do it a second time. Get into your position again. Lifting those feet off the ground. Again, you can stay here using your hands as support, or take the arms, extend them out in front. Couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Hug those knees. Let's try one more time. Now the first time if you had your arms extended out and you want to use your hands for support, feel free to do that. This will make it a little easier since you did the harder part the first two times. Staying here, letting those arms extend out. If you want to challenge, you can straighten those legs. Inhale. Exhale, hug those knees. Good. Let's come back up to table position. We'll move into pigeon pose here. Taking that right knee, sliding it up in between the hands. Letting that left leg extend back. Trying to let the top of that thigh face your mat. Inhale, lengthen. You can stay up on your hands. Exhale, if you want to come down lower, you can. Feel free to stack those fists or stack the hands, letting the forehead rest down. Couple more breaths down in your pigeon pose on the right side. And let's come back we'll move into pigeon pose on the left side. Left knee slides up in between the hands, letting that foot extend over towards the right. Right leg starts to extend back. Again, you can stay up on those hands, or if you want to come down lower, you can. Stacking those hands or stacking the fists, whatever you like. Take a couple more breaths on the left side. And let's make our way back up on those hands, extending those legs out in front now. And we'll come down to our easy seated forward bend, sweeping those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, make your way down to your seated forward bend. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, see if you can come a little bit lower. Couple more breaths in your seated forward bend. Roll back up to a seated position. Let's bend our knees, bringing our feet flat on the ground. And we'll take both knees, letting them fall over to the right side. You can let the top of your right foot rest on that left knee. Or if you have the capacity to do so, tuck that right foot on the inside of your hip. Left hand is going to come on the outside of that right knee. Right fingertips will face the wall behind you. And you'll gaze over the right shoulder. Couple more breaths on this side. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Let's do that on the other side, letting both knees fall to the left. Left foot can rest on top of the right knee, or it could tuck on the inside of the right hip. Right hand comes on the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips face the back wall. Gaze over your left shoulder. Couple more breaths on this side. Taking those knees, hug them into our chest, moving side to side. Feel free to move those knees in a circle as well. This is also called upside down child's pose. So if you ever have a problem getting into child's pose, you can move into hugging your knees into your chest on your back. Couple more breaths here. Let's release the knees, bring the feet flat on the ground. Making our way to bridge pose. Walking those heels in to touch our fingertips. Lower back is flat on the ground. Start to lift the hips, making that ramp. From the knees down towards the shoulders. If you want to interlace your fingers underneath you and roll your shoulders under, you can. And let's roll back down to a flat back, one vertebra at a time. Just taking a breath or two here. And we'll move into bridge pose one more time. Same thing, make sure that lower back is flat on the ground and start to lift the hips. Squeezing the glutes, making a nice ramp from the knees down towards the shoulders. Inhale, exhale back down to a flat back, hug the knees into the chest again. Keep the right knee hugged in, extend the left leg onto the ground. We'll take the left hand, start to move the right knee over to the left side of our body. Stacking our shoulders to start, and then extending that right arm out to the side, letting our gaze follow. Now if you want a little more, you could bend that bottom knee as well. Take the right hand, grab that foot, making a diamond shape with your body. Exhale, release. Hug those knees back into the chest. Keep that left knee hugged in. Extend the right leg onto the ground. Right hand pulls the left knee over to the right. Stack the shoulders first and then let that left arm extend out to the side, letting your gaze follow. And then if you want to, you could bend that bottom leg as well, grabbing the foot with that left hand, only if it feels okay. Inhale, exhale, releasing the pose, hugging the knees into the chest one more time, rocking side to side. Moving those knees in a circle if you like. You can release those knees. think all these bikes are getting ready to drive off as soon as we do our Shavasana. So I apologize for all the noise. But just try to get into a comfortable position the best you can. Laying down or seated. And take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Another inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Coming back to our natural breath again. Taking a moment to focus in on your breathing the best you can. Just feeling the movement of your breath and the subtle movements of your body as you breathe. The rise of your chest as you inhale, and the fall as you exhale. Feel the coolness of your breath as it enters your nostrils. And feel the warmth as it exits them. And as you're here with your breath, outside thoughts, distractions, noise will start to come into your mind. And this is normal because you are human. As these outside distractions start to come in, just acknowledge them. Let them pass through and then focus back in on your breath. Remembering that as distractions occur here, distractions also occur in life. There are many times that things will come and try to knock us off of our path, try to discourage us from doing the things that fulfill us, from doing the things that keep us calm and keep us happy. And remember each time those distractions come in to stay focused, just like you are now, focusing on your breath. And on your next inhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Pulling back into your body and back into the room. And if you're lying down, roll over onto your favorite side using your arm as a pillow. Taking a moment here to reflect on your practice, to revisit any affirmations you may have said during class. And also just tell yourself thank you for practicing some self-care today. And when you're ready, if you're not already there, go ahead and roll up to a comfortable seated position on your mat. Palms facing upward for receiving or downward for grounding. And together, my friends, will inhale the hands up above us in prayer. Exhale, float them down to heart center. Thank you all for being patient with me, for sharing your time, your energy, your love with me and with those around you. Namaste. Okay, you all, thank you for joining me again. Sorry for all the noise and distraction. It's life, right? I'll upload this to YouTube, and don't forget to donate to the Cash App or Venmo if you choose to do so. And I appreciate you all. Peace and love.